Continuing coverage of breaking news, classes have been canceled today in O'Connell Falls School because of a fire. A teenager spotted the fire at St. Anthony Parish School. He happened to be walking by and saw a flickering coming from the building. 16-year-old Vince Enneper was able to open a glass door and get a fire extinguisher, but the flames were too hot. Several fire departments responded and worked on putting out the fire. Fire officials say the flames quickly spread, even shooting out a skylight at one point.
There's a lot of damage. The ceiling tiles start on fire, and then of course there's a lot of heat load there, and it would follow all the way down the hallway. So basically that was all burning prior to us even getting here at that point.
47 students attend the school. School officials say they have already received an outpouring of support from the community. The school superintendent says there are some classroom possibilities, and the pastor of the Lutheran Church says the students could use some space there too. The school principal says Ash Wednesday service will take place at 8:30 this morning. Angela Kelly joins us now live from O'Connell Falls with more. Good morning, Ange.
Good morning, Rachel. We're actually joining you live from inside of St. Anthony's Church. This is connected to the school. If you look down that hallway, there's another hallway beyond that where a metal door closes it off from the school, and they believe that is what saved this church from extensive damage. We can smell definitely some smoke in here, but it's not too overwhelming, and they do plan to hold Ash Wednesday services at 8:30 this morning. I'd like to introduce you to Lynn Beaumier. She has been a part of this parish for more than 30 years, right, Lynn?
Been a long time, yes.
Tell us what you do here and what your history is here.
I'm a religious ed coordinator, and I have 174 people in the program, and so I take care of that, which we would have had classes tonight, which we won't. And I'm also sacristan, which means that part of what I do here is take care of the church, head up for masses, and all that. And so all the fun stuff as far as I'm concerned. I like that.
I know you rushed here last night as soon as you heard about the possibility of a fire. Can you tell me what you saw and what you were feeling to see this big part of this community up in flames?
Well, I prayed all the way in. It wasn't true. It wasn't right. But as soon as it came in town, you could smell something, so I knew it was. And I came around in those flames, and my heart just dropped. And I was on the phone right away then to get a hold of first Rosie, who had already called me, and to get a hold of Father Joel, so they knew what was going on. So, and I was just shaken. So.
What is I guess, kind of the mood amongst members of the community? Just a few people who've gathered here this morning. I mean, you see people, you got to hug them.
And that's exactly what it was all last night. Everybody was hugging everybody and holding back the tears, and we did some praying because that was important. To do all that, and the community was just great and wonderful and supportive. If you need this, if you need that, some people ran and got coffee and cocoa and all that kind of stuff for us, so it was kind of good.
You must feel so happy to be able to stand in this church this morning.
I couldn't wait to get in here last night when they finally said they would let us in. And then they said they'd only let 2 in, and we had to go around the other side, which I had the keys for. And I said, well, if I can't get in, I want to at least stand to see that everything is okay. And it was. And I was so happy that it was. So.
How do you think today's service is going to go?
Somber. I think there will be a lot of people here for it. I really do. Ash Wednesday, first of all, is a big thing, and now with all this, the community will just come in. So.
Yeah, and certainly, how do you move forward from this?
Well, we will. We will move forward. God will take care of us, and we will move forward.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you so much for talking with us this morning.
Rachel,
I've actually known, I can't help but call her, I have to call her Mrs. Beaumier. I've known her since I went to school here more than 20 years ago. And I actually had my first communion at this church. I have some pictures I brought with me.
Good.
There's me right there. And coming up, we'll be able to talk to the principal, Mrs. Rosie Marifke. She's right here. And she was a teacher here when I was in 2nd grade.
Oh,
so some personal connections
right
here this morning. But yeah, we'll join you more back here with more in about half an hour.
All right, Angela, thanks for sharing and updating us on the situation there, and we'll check back with you. Angela Kelly live in O'Connell Falls this morning.